UKV, let's come together to learn.
Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel EduKV. Today we shall discuss about the third chapter, human reproduction. This is the fourth video of this chapter. In this video we shall discuss about the menstrual cycle, the stages of menstrual cycle, that is menstrual phase, follicular or the proliferative phases, luteal phase or secretory phase, and then fertilization and implantation. Okay, let's start all these topics one by one. First point which comes to our mind is the menstrual cycle. Menstrual cycle is the reproductive cycle of female primates and it is known as the menstrual cycle. It is the cyclic changes that occurs in the reproductive organ of primate females. It is especially occurs in the female primates such as monkeys, monkey, ape or human being. Now the menstruation is the term given to the periodic discharge of blood, tissue, fluid and mucus from the reproductive organs of the sexually mature females, and the flow usually lasts from 3 to 6 days each month, okay, and is caused by a sudden reduction in the hormones estrogen and progesterone. There is sudden reduction in the hormone, that is estrogen and progesterone. And the menstrual cycle begins when a female reaches at the age of puberty, and the first menstruation begins at the puberty and the stage is known as menarche. The first menstruation begins at the puberty and it is known as menarche. During the menstrual cycle, the uterus or the endometrium prepares itself for the implantation of a fertilized egg. If fertilization doesn't occur, the uterus lining is shed from the body. Okay. Now the menstrual cycle is repeated at an interval of around 28 days. Okay. Now one ovum is released in the middle, usually 14th day of each menstrual cycle. Total of 28 days and 14th day is the middle day, and on the 14th day one ovum is released in the middle. Okay. Actually what happens, the beginning of the menstruation at puberty is known as menarche and one ovum is released during the middle of the menstrual cycle, and all the events in a menstrual cycle can be studied under 4 phases. First one is the menstrual phase, that is known as bleeding period. Second one is the follicular, before the egg is released. Third one is the ovulatory, that is when egg is released, and fourth one is the luteal, after release of the egg. Okay. Now all the menstrual cycle can be studied into 4 phases. These 4 phases: first one is the menstrual, second one is the follicular phase, third one is the ovulatory phase, and fourth one is the luteal phases. Okay. Now this is the clear-cut diagram of menstrual cycle. In the menstrual cycle, different type of events has been assigned on the y-axis, marked here on the y-axis, and on the x-axis different stages of menstrual cycle is being represented here, such as menstruation, follicular phase, luteal phase, and the next cycle begins. Okay. Let's start with different type of events that has been drawn on the menstrual cycle. First one is the uterine events. In the uterine events, what happens? First of all the processes, that means menses starts at the around 3 to 7 days. Okay. Menses starts at around 3 to 7 days and the cycle starts with this phase, and the menstrual flow lasts for 3 to 5 days. It results due to breakdown of endometrial lining due to the breakdown of endometrial lining of the uterus and its blood vessels along with unfertilized ovum. Okay, along with unfertilized ovum, menses released. Now the second phase is the follicular phase. During this phase, follicular or proliferative phase, the primary follicles in the ovary grow and becomes a fully mature Graafian follicle. Okay, and the endometrium of the uterus is regenerated by proliferation of its cells. Okay, it is regenerated by the proliferation of its cells, and these changes are due to an increased level of pituitary hormone, and that is FSH and LH. In the middle of the stage, that is around 14 to 15 days, FSH and LH, ovarian hormones and estrogen, all are shooting. That means they increase the level of pituitary hormone, that is FSH and LH, and the ovarian hormone, that is estrogen, increased during 14th day. Okay, that during follicular phase. FSH controls the follicular phase. This FSH controls the follicular phase. Okay, and it stimulates the growth of the follicle and secretion of estrogen, by the growing follicles. Okay, now FSH controls the follicular phase. Okay, now both FSH and LH reach their peak value in the middle of the cycle, about 14th day, and then the next one is the third phase. It is known as luteal phase or the secretory phase. The luteal and the secretory phase means this phase, the ruptured follicle is transformed into corpus luteum, and this corpus luteum secretes large amount of progesterone. By the help of this ovarian hormone levels, we can very well establish that during the formation of the corpus luteum, this progesterone, large amount or large quantities of progesterone is released, and it needed to maintain the endometrium. Okay, now afterwards the endometrium thickens. During this phase, the endometrium thickens and further, and their glands secrete a fluid into the uterus. Okay, now in the absence of fertilization, this corpus luteum degenerates, and this disintegration of the endometrium leading to menstruation and the formation of menses, and the menstrual cycle ceases at the age of around 45 to 50 years, and it is known as, and the stage is known as menopause. And the structure of the ovum is given in different diagrams, we will see later on. Now this menstrual cycle, after the study of the menstrual cycle, these are some important points of the menstrual cycle or the phases, different phases. First one is the menstrual phase. It is known as the bleeding phase. It lasts for 3 to 5 days, and in this phase, breakdown of endometrial lining and the blood vessel occurs. It leads to the bleeding comes out through the vagina, and it occurs only when ovum released and fertilization doesn't takes place or does not occurs, and the lack of menstruation is the indication of pregnancy. Okay, now second stage is the follicular phase or the proliferative phase. It extends up to 1 to 14 days. In the menstrual phase, as you know, we have already studied in the first slide. Here, after the menstrual phase, follicular phase will take place, and in the follicular phase, primary follicles grows into the Graafian follicle, and the endometrium regenerates and its proliferation will take place. Apart from this one, gonadotropin, the hormone which is liberated from the or released from the pituitary, that is FSH and LH. These are gonadotropin hormone, follicle stimulating hormone, and the luteinizing hormone. their amount increases and they stimulate the follicular development. That means development of follicle will take place, and this in turn increases the amount of estrogen. Okay, this in turn increases the amount of estrogen and the secretion from growing follicles. After that, LH and FSH attains a peak value during the 14th day, and the rapid increase in the LH and FSH is known as LH surge. Rapid secretion of LH is known as LH surge, and it induces the Graafian follicle to rupture and release ovulation and the formation of corpus luteum. At last, corpus luteum will form. And the third phase is known as the luteal or the secretory phase, and this phase begins after the ovulation. The ruptured Graafian follicle transforms into the corpus luteum, and it produces a large amount of progesterone, and it is essential for maintenance and proliferation of endometrium. Now, the endometrium is the inner lining of uterus. It is necessary for implantation of fertilized egg or ovum and does not shed during pregnancy. If ovum get fertilized with sperm, then there is a formation of zygote. Then the endometrium does not shed. If fertilization occurs, then corpus luteum grows further and pregnancy continues and menstrual cycle stops up. In the absence of fertilization, Graafian follicle transforms to yellow-bodied corpus luteum, and then progesterone level decreases. Corpus luteum degenerates to form corpus albicans, and the decrease in the progesterone leads to the menstruation. And the menstrual cycle ceases at the age of 50 years, may be termed as menopause, and the cyclic menstruation is indicator of normal reproductive phase and extends between the menarche and the menopause. After that, there is another topic is fertilization and implantation. In fertilization and implantation, as all of you know, the term fertilization, during copulation, that is coitus, physical act, semen is released by the penis into the vagina. It is known as insemination. Insemination means introduction of semen. Insemination, that means introduction of semen into the female body, and the motile sperms swim rapidly and pass through the cervix, enter into the uterus, and finally reach the junction of the isthmus and ampulla, and that junction is known as ampullary isthmic junction. And this point, ampullary isthmic junction of the fallopian tube, is the place where fertilization will take place. Fertilization, if the ovum and sperms are transported simultaneously to the ampullary isthmic junction, and the process of fusion of the sperm with an ovum is known as fertilization. Now, the sperm contacts with zona pellucida. Here, sperm contacts with this layer that is known as zona pellucida of ovum and induces changes in the membrane, and with that blocks the entry of other sperm. If one sperm get in contact with the zona pellucida, it induces the changes in the membrane. As a result, rest of the sperm will not enter into this zona pellucida, and then there is an acrosome, as you know, of sperm at head portion, where lytic enzyme, that is hyaluronidase, helps in the penetration into the ovum cytoplasm through zona pellucida and plasma membrane. And now, after entry of this sperm, the meiotic division of secondary oocyte after sperm enters plasma membrane of the ovum. Now, the second meiotic division will take place, and the second polar body and ovum or ootid will form. Nucleus of the ovum plus sperm fuses to form the zygote, and the sex of the baby decided at this stage. Okay. Now, there is a fusion of sperm and ovum. There is a clear-cut diagram. There is a sperm, nucleus, acrosome, and these sperm and ovum fertilizes together. Here, by the help of this acrosome or the hydrolytic enzymes, it will enters into the outer covering of the Graafian follicles, and then it enters inside the cell membrane of Graafian follicle, okay, in the Juna pellucida, and as a result, after that the fusion will takes place. Now it can be very well understood by this simple diagram, that the fusion of the sperm with Y chromosome with X chromosome, it results in the male. As all of you know that the male have 22 plus XY, that means 22 pair plus XY chromosome, there is total 23 pair. This XY, that specifically this Y chromosome, will result into the formation of determine the sex of the child. Okay, fusion of the sperm with X chromosome with ovum X chromosome, it results in the female baby, that is double X, and the zygote carrying double X chromosome develop into female, with XY chromosome develops into the male. And please subscribe, like and share the channel.